Greatness isn't granted. It's earned in the moments where potential meets urgency. The 2000 Miami Hurricanes were a testament to that harsh reality. Stacked with future NFL legends, a lot of them made up the same players from the legendary 2001 team. They embodied everything a championship contender should be: fast, physical, and undeniably talented. But in an era of college football where a single loss could derail an entire season, their early defeat against Washington was more than just a blemish.
So it's an upset. Number 15 picks off number 4.
It was a fatal wound that refused to heal. Even as they clawed their way back with signature wins, it was done. The unforgiving BCS system left no room for error. One loss was enough to deny them a shot at the national championship. Their season became a bitter reminder that potential guarantees nothing without execution. The difference between the heartbreak of the 2000 and the perfection of the 2001 Hurricanes wasn't just about the roster, it was about mindset. The 2001 team refused to leave anything to chance.
Again, quote me on this one again. We're mature enough to understand that we got one more game left before the Rose Bowl. Look what happened to Nebraska. Look what happened to Oklahoma. You start thinking about the Roses, and yeah, you're going to get them, but in your grave.
They didn't just play to win, they played to dominate, to leave no doubt. They transformed the pain of missed opportunities into fuel, understanding that every snap, every play mattered. They didn't allow talent to be their only defining trait. They coupled it with relentless focus and unyielding drive. Fast forward to 2024, and the Miami Hurricanes find themselves at a similar crossroads. Everything they need to rewrite this program's history is within reach. An offense that, when at its best, terrifies defenses, a defense capable of brilliance, and a quarterback in Cam Ward who can make magic happen on any play. But here's the thing, opportunity, it doesn't wait around. It's fleeting, ruthless, cruel, and uninterested in potential. This Miami team is reminiscent of those pivotal moments in football lore where a group of talented individuals had to transcend their own limitations to reach new heights that they dreamed of. Like the 2000 Hurricanes, the 2024 team has the talent to contend for it all, but talent alone isn't enough. The lesson from 2 decades ago is clear. Potential unfulfilled is the cruelest kind of loss. That 2000s team learned the hard way that missed opportunities and haunting inconsistencies can cost you everything, even when you're one of the best teams in the country. Let's be clear, this isn't a direct comparison between the 2000 Hurricanes and the 2024 team. The 2000s team was one of the most talented teams in college football history and arguably one of the best to ever miss out on a title game. That level of dominance isn't in question here. What ties these two teams together is the shared lesson that talent alone isn't enough. It must be matched by consistency, execution, and a refusal to let opportunities slip away. Cam Ward's Maxwell Award snub is the perfect embodiment of what this team must overcome. The best players, like the best teams, don't wait for recognition, they take it. That's what the 2001 Hurricanes did. They used the pain from the 2000 season to fuel the pursuit of perfection, turning every slight, every doubt, and every missed opportunity into fuel for their fire. Cam and his teammates must do the same. But unlike that 2000s team, the 2024 Hurricanes don't have the luxury of a 2001 season to make things right. Cam Ward will be gone, a fleeting comet blazing through this program for only 1 year. This is their moment, their only shot, and they must seize it now with everything they have. They can't just rely on their talent or their on-paper dominance. They have to take the field with a relentless edge, a chip on their shoulder, and the understanding that every snap, every drive, and every game matters. If history teaches us anything, it's that greatness often emerges from moments of disrespect. Michael Jordan had his infamous "I took that personally" episodes. Tom Brady famously fell to the 6th round of the NFL draft, only to use it as motivation to become one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Cam Ward, left off the Maxwell list, has the chance to write his own chapter in this narrative. He doesn't need validation from an awards committee. He can earn his accolades on the field, one accurate pass at a time.
The way Cam's playing right now, dog, I don't see how he won't be the #1 quarterback taken. No bias. I have no bias for Shador, Quentin Ewers, Cam. I'm just watching football. And Cam's just playing at the best level. Some of the throws he made last week, out to the right, a dime to the corner, confidence. And he can move. I want to see what Cam Ward comes into, how he shot the lead. I'm a fan.
Watching Ward in the pocket this year, less like observing a football player and more like witnessing a craftsman at work. Every snap, every shift, every subtle movement has purpose. His nonchalance is deceptive. It's not apathy, but supreme control. There's a stillness to him amid the chaos, an unshakable focus that makes it seem like the game slows down for him while it races for everyone else. His eyes are always downfield, dissecting the coverage. Even his linemen swarm around him. That nonchalant demeanor isn't arrogance or carelessness. It's the product of complete trust in his abilities. But even the finest chefs occasionally overseason the dish. Ward's tendency to hunt for big play has occasionally left points on the field, quick dump off, or a simple out route that could turn stalled drives into touchdowns. He's already a master of making chaos work in his favor, but the next evolution in his game lies in embracing that ability with an embrace of simplicity. If Ward can strike that balance, the Miami offense won't just be dangerous. The kind of offense that breaks teams, not just on the scoreboard, but in spirit. Ward's response to adversity has been a defining feature of his game. We need the Cam Ward who can rally this team, silence the doubters, and leave Syracuse in ruins. Miami's defense is a reflection of the program itself, loaded with talent, full of promise, but still searching for consistency. Top 15 nationally, at times the defensive line has been relentless at generating pressure, collapsing pockets and enforcing hurried throws. O.J. Frederick has emerged as a bright spot in the secondary, playing like a seasoned veteran in just his first year. Defense is more than moments. It's about endurance, about sustaining greatness for 4 quarters. Too often, Miami has faltered in the fundamentals. Missed tackles and communication breakdowns have turned promising drives into painful memories. The defensive line, as disruptive as it's been, struggles to close the deal, letting quarterbacks slip away and extend plays that should have ended in sacks. For a unit this talented, these lapses are more than mistakes. They're missed opportunities to assert dominance. The remainder of this season is about proving they can rise to the challenge week after week when the stakes are highest. They don't have to be perfect, they just have to be present. In the right place, at the right time. The Hurricanes have something precious in front of them, a shot at greatness. But shots like this don't come around often. Cam Ward is at Miami for just a handful of games left. His talent has elevated this team, and the Hurricanes can't afford to waste it. Football, like life, is about moments. Some are small and forgettable, while others define everything that comes after. Miami is in the midst of one of those defining moments. The disrespect of Cam Ward's Maxwell snub and possible Heisman snub, that's fuel. The inconsistency of the defense, that's a challenge. The looming matchup with Syracuse, that's an opportunity. The question is simple. Will the Hurricanes rise to the occasion, or will they let it slip away? The great teams, the ones that live on in history, don't just play the game, they impose their will on it, turn doubt into dominance, and adversity into triumph. This season isn't about potential anymore. It's about action. The Hurricanes have a choice to make. Will they let this moment define them, or will they define the moment? Time is running out. Cam Ward is running out of time in a Miami Hurricanes uniform. But destiny doesn't care about time. It cares about those who have the courage to seize it. Cam Ward is likely headed to the NFL as the first overall pick. It's almost poetic. From 0-star recruit to being projected as the #1 pick for the Raiders. His future, in many ways, is already written. He'll lead another team with the same quiet precision, the same brilliance under pressure that made him a star this season. Cam's story is written in bold ink. He's destined for greatness. He'll win games, he'll make plays, he'll be great. Cam's greatness is inevitable, but Miami's isn't. This program has waited for years, decades, to reclaim its place among college football's elite. Now, they have the talent, the leadership, and the opportunity to do so. The question is whether they'll rise to the occasion or let another era of potential fade into the shadows of mediocrity. Cam Ward will shine no matter what. His brilliance is inevitable. But Miami's story isn't written in the stars. It's carved out in the trenches, on every snap and every drive. The Hurricanes must decide. Will they rise to meet the moment and etch their names alongside his? Or will they fade into the margins, a monument to what could have been, but never was?